So on Friday, December 2nd, the Black Stars of Ghana will take on Uruguay in their final Group H encounter at the 2022 FIFA World Cup. Well, the history behind these two teams is one which brings out so many memories, heartbreaking moments for many Ghanaian football fans. But on Friday, will the Black Stars be able to defeat Uruguay to get their all-needed revenge over the Uruguayans? Well, come along with me as I find out from some Ghanaians on what they think the scoreline will be between the Black Stars of Ghana versus Uruguay come Friday, December 2nd. My name is Joseph Adamafio, and you're watching GhanaWeb TV. Come along with me. The Black Stars of Ghana takes on Uruguay on Friday. Who do you think will win that particular encounter?
It will be obvious, I would say Ghana, but with that being said, that is not being complacent. But at the end of the day, we're looking for win. We don't want to depend on other matches to determine our fate. So what we're telling the boys is that they go all out, play the game as they played previously, and ensure that they get as the goal. And so if you look at the whole thing and how far the Black Stars have played so far, and I think glory is going to come to us. So definitely I'm expecting 2-0 against Uruguay, definitely. Sure.
Any name for the goal scorers?
Of course, the day Ayew wouldn't be bad. I think it's been amazing. Jordan Ayew, of whom a lot of people have criticized, has proven that he's indeed a team player. And if we see him score, I'm sure he deserves it. And of course, our own man, Amazongo boy, Kudus, will also not be bad. So, of course, if going by these names that I mentioned, I'm sure 3-0 will do also. Thank you.
Yeah, 12 years ago, Ghana took on Uruguay in the World Cup match. What can you remember from that match? Where were you when you watched the match?
It was in 2010. I was doing my master's at GIMPA, and I think we had a break and we stole some time to go and watch it. I think that it will be an understatement to say that I had a heartbreak, and so many other Ghanaians and Africans for that matter, because Africa had a chance to prove to the world that it had come, to the party and to be counted and represented on football's biggest stage, that's the World Cup. To enter into the semi-finals, it was an opportunity for Ghana to, show what it had, and for the first African nation to go to the semi-finals, and for us to have that heartbreak, we can't forget it.
From watching the match and going home, was it a long journey for you?
I think that it took probably a day or two for me to get over it. I didn't, what do they call it? I didn't forgive Asamoah Gyan for a long, long time. I think that I've gotten over it now. It's football. So I think that we can do better, hopefully this year.
So that match was played on a Friday. If I told you you're going to play them on a Friday again, I know it will have to forget that particular Friday, but do you think we are going to win this match this time?
Absolutely. I think that we have the mental fortitude, we have the character, we have the players. I hope that it is not going to be a revenge for the 2010 loss. It is just a means to enter the 116th. I hope that the Black Stars look at it from that angle. I don't want us to go with a revenge mentality. It's our last game in the group, and I hope that they put the concentration on winning it so that we can progress onto the next stage. After winning it, if they want to call it a revenge, fair enough. But the mentality should be to get the 3 points, to get the job done, and to go into the 116th.
12 years ago, the Black Stars of Ghana faced Uruguay. What's your fondest memory from that match? Where were you watching that match?
I was watching it at home with my parents at that time. No, not with my parents. I think with my friends, and brothers, at that time, at home.
What do you remember from that match with your friends when the penalty came and everything?
Heartbreak, bro. Heartbreak. You just made me remember that day. It's serious. I can't take it. But currently, I spoke to some of the Black Star players. Some of them saying that some of them are young at that time. So they say, yo, that nigga Suarez, they mean him since childhood. So today, if he's playing with them or they are playing with him, then they need to show him the pepper. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to this current moment. That match was played on a Friday.
Yeah.
Do you know about that?
Yeah, I know about that.
This time, it's going to be another Friday. Do you think the Black Stars will win?
Inshallah. Inshallah. By the grace of God, we're going to win. Because even, bossman, we are winning. You know, we are winning. Ghana is winning, inshallah. We are winning. We are winning by 3-1.
How sure are you?
Very, very sure. Very, very sure. Trust me. 3-1, I give you. Go and cut bet. We are going to win 3-1.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Ghana, Uruguay.
Yes.
12 years ago.
Yes.
Do you remember where you were when you watched the
Yes.
match? Tell us the story.
I think I was from the office. I worked as a marketing manager for an advertising firm back then. And then we closed from work. I decided to pass by around, I think, Nkommo Circle to catch some place to watch the game. And then we were watching midway through the game. Sule Mutari got us the lead. And then very, very unfortunate that Diego Forlana had to equalize that goal through a free kick there, but I think that's the free kick. And then later on we had, the drama that actually happened at the end of the day. I just sometimes when I look at the video, the whole episode again, I just wish we could bring back the whole episode again and then for the referee to say, no, that's actually a goal because the ball was already going to the net. So Suarez used his hand to bring it out. Yes.
Do you remember the feeling of going home, Ghana losing the match?
Yeah, it was a very, very long road. But you know, we are from Nima, so from Circle to Nima, Charlie, I was very, very downhearted, very, very sad. When I came home, I can't remember that night. When I came home, I just went straight to bed. I didn't even talk again. It just felt like, somebody has taken something valuable from your life. And it took a very, very long time for some of us to forget about it.
Now, that match was played on a Friday.
Yes.
Again, it's going to be a Friday again for the Black Stars to face Uruguay.
Yes.
Do you think this time the Black Stars will come out victorious? And what do you think will be the scoreline?
Yes, we'll come up. The Ghanaian in me says yes, we'll win. The football person in me says it's actually going to be a tight game. We know their pedigree as well. They also know our pedigree. I think that the two teams that actually played 12 years ago, the two teams, both the Uruguayan team and the Ghanaian team, are a bit higher than both of these two teams again. I think that if you look at their team, they are trying to build. If not building, I think they all have their old squad, or that squad has actually reached its peak and is actually going down. So if you look at it, they're trying to freshen it up with new people with their squad. Same thing as ours too as well. But I think that day will, no matter what it is, we know our capabilities, what we could do, and most especially the sort of player our brother Mohamed Kudus is. And I'm hoping and praying that we shall pray for him that day and he will carry us and sail through. No matter what it is, we shall beat them. Even if we don't beat them, the results will be a favorable one that will go in favor of Ghana. All right, most welcome.
Mayor of Nima, yeah. 12 years ago when Ghana took on Uruguay, you remember some Samoa's penalty. Can you remember where you were? Tell us the story of how you watched the match.
This memory, you want me to go back in my memory to feel bad, but it's a football. That match 10 years ago, that day is not easy for all of us. You understand? Because like Africa is about to make a history, especially Ghana, when like a Samoan scored that penalty. I think the game is going to be over and we're going to play semi-final for the first time. So as he lost the penalty, yo man, I wasn't myself. I'm telling you, I wasn't myself.
Where were you watching the match?
I'm watching the match with my friends and family. Like we're watching the match together in Nima here. You understand? In our house. You know, the design of our house is like compound house. So we're watching the game together with friends and family. And that thing happened. Oh man.
Were you able to eat after the match?
I eat already. Like I can't eat. I eat before the match. You know, that time we are in the spirit of winning. If we watch from the group stages, round 16, so if we are playing Ghana, everybody knows that we are winning. And when you watch the match, for me, we won the match already. But the officiating, the referee, the ball that this guy, Suarez, point, it should whistle go. Which penalty? It's goal. You understand? Like this time around, this goal line technology, VR, whatever, it's goal. It's not penalty. I'm telling you, it worries us because you see penalty. Nobody is attacking you. So, but it's not easy for you to score penalty. It's easier for you to score free kick, corner kick. But you see penalty, it's different. I'm telling you, a lot of like players like Roberto Baggio, even Maradona, they score penalty at the World Cup. I don't know if you remember. So, but during the game, you see Baggio can knock some ball. You yourself, you shock how did he score that goal. But they put penalty, nobody is attacking him over the bar.
Okay, so come Friday, the Black Stars takes on Uruguay again. What's your prediction for the match?
The same country, the same Uruguay, and the same this striker. How did they call Luis Suarez? We are going this match for two reasons. One is the revenge. The second one, Kudus and Pate and the rest. Let me say, the day Ayo and Jordan, they played that World Cup, 2010. They want to make a name for themselves, this current Black Star. So they are going into in this game with two things. One, to revenge that thing. For me, if we score them finish safe, we forbid Suarez, make the finals or banders. Suarez if for chop slap after the game. By that time we scored them 2-0. One goal from Kudus, the other goal from this guy. How did they call it? The new striker. He forget he go. If for use this match, it make it right in name. That's how we two Ghanaians go remember. Either than that, Kudus would score the 2. That's all. But after the game, Suarez if for chop slap. After the game, if they go finance, make the finance. Nana Akufo-Addo be ready. If they finance $1 million, $2 million, pay. Suarez after this one for chop slap. The Warriors. Yes.
So those were some Ghanaians sharing their memories of that match between the Black Stars of Ghana versus Uruguay some 12 years ago. It was some nostalgic moments. And well, I also have my story to tell. 12 years ago when the Black Stars played against Uruguay, I watched that match in the church because after the church service, well, they had to show the match. And I remember screaming when Montari scored the goal, but unfortunately, that penalty miss from Asamoah Gyan broke the heart of many. And in fact, till date, we would have to live with that moment. But the Black Stars have the opportunity to make amends for what happened some 12 years ago on Friday, December 2nd, when they take on Uruguay in their final group game at the 2022 FIFA World Cup. My name is Joseph Adamafiu, and this is GhanaWeb TV. Thanks for watching.